doing? We're filming the podcast.
There's nothing done to do with the intro.
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 Okay, well, hello everybody, and welcome to, is this episode 7?
Yep, week 7.
7 of the Death Mountain podcast.
If you'll notice, I'm still not Trevor.
There's actually, there's an event going on up in Deer Park that Trevor's partaking in, so it is making it a little bit harder for schedules to line up. So for a couple weeks now, about 2 weeks, we'll have Cody filling in 2 more weeks from last week. Mm-hmm. He'll be filling in for Trevor's spot.
It's just confusing. Okay, I did last week, I'm doing this week, and next week's podcast as well I will be in.
And then he's done for life. No, he's not. Yes, so you'll see him a little bit more in this dumb thing. But anyways, that's a problem for future Joey and the future podcast. But anyways, some cool news.
I was gonna say we kind of have a shorter one this week, but we've also been saying that the past 3 episodes.
Well, there's not much going on in the world. Like it's not.
But at the same time, like this is huge.
Okay, well this is big. Surface
laptop.
Microsoft Surface. Announced the Microsoft Surface laptop. So we've got the Surface Pro, we've got the Surface Book, which both run full versions of Windows 10. Now we've got the Surface laptop.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it's super cool. It even starts at $1,000, and it's running a Microsoft Windows 10 S. So it's a little bit different from what's the standard Windows 10, which is interesting. It actually runs only programs that are based specifically from the Windows Store. The store that you actually have built into your Microsoft Windows.
Yeah.
There's not going to be like third-party like programs you can install specifically to it.
So it's kind of similar to a Chromebook in the aspect that it is its own kind of offshoot of the Windows 10 operating system that is designed specifically for only Windows Store apps.
And I think it's going to take... they had Windows RT for the original 2 Surfaces, which was like a really low-end version of Windows. So I actually think this is a step in the right direction in terms of like a proprietary Windows version for a computer. It's going to be different, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be people day one figuring out how to crack into and install stuff. That's just life. But it's super cool too because there's also different colors where they haven't done that with Surfaces yet. It's always been the keyboard or something like that. Now they actually have there's 4 different colors. There's like a silver color. We've got more of like a light gold silver, a blue, and like a maroon, like a burgundy sort of a color. Super cool. And you can actually pre-order these things. So if there's a local store near you or online, you can totally pre-order them, which is going to be super cool. But
yeah, and your $1,000 gets you a pretty decent spec
it's not
too.
Bad,
I believe we're
honestly.
looking at
it's like i5 processor.
Yeah, Core i5, and it's the 7th gen i5. 4 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gig SSD, and these things do boast a pretty impressive 4.5 hours of battery life. They're remarkably thin, so that's pretty good. It competes with the MacBook. The other thing that's really neat about these is that's actually a fabric texture that the laptop uses.
Yeah, which is odd. So it's like the type cover from the Surface Pro. But it's actually built into a standard laptop. It's super cool. I'm like super. It's
some sort of special Italian-made fabric.
And it's actually, I think it's going to keep the screen somewhat protected. Because that was the whole cool thing with the Pros. It actually kept the screen protected when you would close that keyboard.
So the only big drawback immediately that I see is this doesn't have USB-C on it.
Yeah, which is something that's odd to me.
Yeah, I believe it's got just a standard USB 3.0 mini display port. And then a headphone jack, and then of course it's got the proprietary words.
Man, yeah, you're doing pretty good at that. Fantastic.
Surface. The proprietary Surface plug.
Yes.
On the opposite side.
The charger wise, yeah. It's interesting because even like the likes of the Spectre, the Lenovo Yoga, they're actually
the MacBook.
Yeah, even the MacBook's fully USB-C.
Yeah.
Even like the Alienware gaming computers, everything is moving towards USB-C, and Apple's sort of like forcing USB-C to become more relevant. So it's really weird that Microsoft's saying like, we're gonna hold off on this. So maybe they're planning on a new line of the Surface Pro and the Surface Book.
Well, and especially on something that's going to. I mean, this is essentially going to directly compete with a MacBook, at least a MacBook Air.
Yes.
And with everyone moving to USB-C, of course, dongles are becoming a popular thing again.
Super popular, yeah.
So the problem with that is
popular.
USB 3.0 dongles have kind of gone by the wayside.
Yeah,
and where are you going to get with one USB 3 port?
Yeah, the whole thing is the Surface Pro being so small, one USB port sufficient. It's supposed to be small, portable, take it on the go.
I mean, you can get a USB 3 hub, but
you're carrying it around. Yes, I don't know if that was a good decision yet. I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not going to be. It's only programs that are based off of the Microsoft Store, the Windows Store. So you might not need to install stuff through your flash drive, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I'm not entirely certain where they're going with this. But Apple has the MacBook, nothing after that, just the MacBook, that little 11-inch display laptop. That has one USB-C and it's used for charging. You can split that, and people are very happy with that.
I just want to point out how remarkably Apple-like this is, because we're looking at very similar to the iPhone, where it's Microsoft-controlled App Store. So it's going to be a little more regulated, very secure. We might be looking at an actual version of Windows that's a lot less susceptible to viruses.
Yeah, it is cool in that aspect as well, and because people tend to be I want Mac because it's a little bit more secure, less chances of viruses, stuff like that. And so now there will be a machine you can say, we've already been able to say Microsoft product to run a Microsoft operating system, but now this is all-inclusive Microsoft,
Mm-hmm.
so...
Well, yeah, and $1,000, I mean, just to get a comparable MacBook with this kind of specs, you're looking at $1,300 or $1,400. So it comes in at a lower price point. If we do actually get the 4.5-hour battery life...
of continuous use.
Yeah, that's going to, we're not going to really see that.
Which I'm hoping that 4.5, being that that's a lower number, that most people pitch up to 6 to 8 to 10 hours and stuff like that, but they never actually provide that. Mm-hmm. So I'm hoping that this is actually the first you get 4.5 hours, because that's quite low of a number up front. But Apple pitches up to 10 to 12 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
And you only get really 6-8 hours tops. Mm-hmm. And so I'm really hoping that they're just going to be
when your MacBook
4 hours of continual use.
11 years old, if you unplug this cable, it just shuts off.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I don't know how this thing still runs. Okay, so my MacBook, it is from 2006, and we are running...
Rabbit trails.
This is the 2.6 gigahertz Intel Core 2 Duo. So I believe
4 gigs RAM still.
I believe that's actually the highest Core 2 Duo, the fastest Core 2 Duo they ever put in a MacBook. DDR2, yeah, 667 megahertz. That graphics card.
Irrelevant. 256
it's completely
megabytes.
irrelevant.
Meanwhile,
but I did swap an SSD into this, which is why I still can use it.
Meanwhile, I'm over here with 4K, GeForce 940 MX, i7 7th Gen, 4K display, touchscreen.
Yeah, that's the other thing about the Surface too, is the Surface laptop does feature a touchscreen, and that's going to be a huge thing.
But it's not detachable.
But it's not detachable. But
it's still a laptop.
MacBook doesn't have touchscreen.
Still, yeah, I'm curious to see if they'll do that.
That'd be a good move for Apple, but Apple's been surprisingly anti-touchscreen on their laptops.
They added a touch bar, which is nice.
And also simultaneously pointless.
It's also true, because
although I do hear it's great for spamming chat in CSGO.
Yes, and you can do a lot of emojis really quickly.
If you're playing CSGO on a MacBook,
you've got more. No. Yeah, you've got more life problems to assess.
The other cool
why you bought a Mac.
The other cool thing, if you'll notice in the pictures we've got pulled up, there's no speaker ports.
Yes, I saw that as well.
So the speaker is actually mounted underneath the keyboard.
Underneath the keyboard.
Yeah, it's part of the keyboard is where the speakers are.
Yeah, super weird. Yeah,
I'm really curious.
I'm looking forward to see how well this thing pre-orders. For the most part, even if people are interested in it. It's interesting because they actually show in the pictures on their website of advertising the Surface laptop. They actually have pictures of the Surface Pro, the tablet one. Mm-hmm. So I'm really curious to see what they're going to do with this. But yeah, I look forward to it.
I'm interested.
I think it's going to be cool.
I don't know if you heard about my Apple conundrum. I got in an argument with a time machine the other day.
Oh, fun. No, not at all.
I wanted to smash every Apple product I owned.
That's why I don't own Apple products.
I demanded that someone gave me a Pixel XL.
Pixel XL, nice. But yeah, so we'll see what happens with that. We'll keep you updated because this is pretty fresh news on that laptop. It was just announced, so we'll go from there. But now into a little bit of gaming news. We sort of tapped on it a little bit last week. The Black Ops 3 zombie games all be on one disc.
Yeah, last week we had 2 rumored leaks from retailers. This week we actually have a confirmation.
Confirmation of Black Ops 3 Zombie Chronicles on May 16th. It's coming to PS4. So only PS4 on May 16th. And then the other platforms obviously will follow suit after that, being Xbox One and PC. But super cool. That's not that far away. It's the 7th. And we're actually filming this the day we're actually releasing it. Still not live.
It's 2:18 a.m.
Yeah, but yeah, it's actually super cool because that's not that far away. So they announced it and then they're gonna drop it really quickly. But this is huge for people that like zombies games. It's gonna be awesome. Just remastered, put on the new consoles, new technology, new hardware.
Yeah, I don't think we've got anything on a price point yet.
Yeah, and no, not yet. I haven't heard anything on that. One of the the official reveal came from a T-shirt, which is kind of cool. But one of the Treyarch studio people called Zombie Chronicles like a love letter from Treyarch to the Call of Duty community, which I'm excited for because I love the Black Ops games. Yeah. That's personally my favorite Call of Duty line. So I'm super excited for that. I'm really, really excited to play this. And then we've also got that new Call of Duty World War II.
Looks like the estimated date on the Xbox One release is June 15th.
June 15th.
That's
so we got
the rumor.
A little while, so about a month in between the two of them. So if you want to play this game, definitely get out there and get a PS4, or you should already own a PS4 and an Xbox One and a PC.
And then what I've got here, the rumored price on it is coming in at about the €20 mark. I don't know what that is in freedom units, but let's do a quick conversion here.
While he is converting euros to freedom units, there's the other cool thing is that Activision Blizzard, $22. That's cheap.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Now that I was distracted.
The season pass, the season pass for Black Ops 3 is what, $35?
40, 50, 40.
Oh,
it's a lot. I paid a lot of money for that, but yeah, that's super cool if it is that cheap. Yeah. The other big news as well, Activision Blizzard was saying that they were revealing record revenues, but that's about it. They had no more gaming news besides they were getting a lot of revenue. But the cool thing is that they're having a hands-on multiplayer demo of Call of Duty World War II at E3, which is something that is going to be cool. So we're actually going to see some pretty dope stuff at E3. So we'll like Trevor was saying before, not Trevor, but the real Trevor.
The real Trevor.
He was saying that we'll keep you posted on what we're finding at E3 as we find out stuff. It's going to be super cool, so we'll keep you posted on that.
Yeah.
The other interesting thing, the Xbox Scorpio is rumored right now to have a FPS counter listed right on the front of the device. Do you like that idea? It's cool. It's sort of more like the PC.
You know,
it seems just irrelevant. Like, it seems just kind of pointless at this point. Like, we know that the Xbox Scorpio is gonna be the closest to PC gaming of any console.
The only way I could see it would be somewhat useful is if the Scorpio was somehow
able to be like overclocked to a higher,
or like modular almost.
Yes, where you can continue to upgrade it.
Where you can continue to upgrade it over time.
See where you're getting drops and stuff, because it's not like you're gonna be able to. If the FPS drops down to 40, what are you gonna do about it? Like rip it apart and replace all the parts in it, or you're not gonna be this close to your Xbox while you're playing on the big TV. So it's not like you're gonna be like, oh, what FPS was I at right there?
Well, I mean, like even
looks like I'm at 55.
modern consoles, not quite as much, but going back a generation to the Xbox 360 and the PS3, you saw significant performance increases just by swapping a solid-state hard drive.
Well, that's also true.
I mean, you had load screens go from 17 seconds down to 6 seconds on the PS3.
Yeah?
It's still in effect on the PS4 and the Xbox One, but it's not quite as noticeable because I believe they use hybrid drives.
Yeah. No.
No?
Which one?
I know the PS4 doesn't, but did the Xbox One?
No, I don't think so. No, they just use mechanical. Everything is used mechanical at this point. I think they're looking into that for this, but yeah, I don't know. I think it's a gimmicky idea at this point. It's complete rumor. Like, it is not a fact at all whatsoever. Complete rumor. Like, even the box of the Xbox Scorpio just says XDK on it. Like, it's not official at all. But it's just something to keep in mind. If they do add that, it just seems kind of, I don't know, why not put the time into something else?
Yeah,
but
it makes sense on like a PC, but
people, how satisfying is that? Look at the big 60 right on the front. I'd rather be playing the game. But yeah, that's odd. So the other cool thing though, in lighter news, there's a speedrunner, and he has the coolest name in the world. His name is Cheese. He broke the Super Mario 64 world record. He did it in under 100 minutes.
It's nuts.
That is incredible. That game has been out for like, not 20 years. Yeah, no, almost 20 years.
Almost 20 years.
And people are still playing this to this day. Under 100 minutes. That is literally less than an hour and 40 minutes. He got all 120 stars in that game. Incredible. I was telling him, it literally takes me like an hour and 40 minutes just to figure out how to navigate the whole map in that game. I'm just running around aimlessly like, oh, it's over here. No, it's over there. No.
You spend an hour running around the mansion trying to find the
or I spend an hour just trying to expedite the game by doing long jumps, and I long jump off the map. Like, one mistake, all I do is make mistakes in that game. So it's super cool. But yeah, for the first time ever, under 100 minutes, somebody named Cheese, mind you, which is an awesome name. I wish I was that clever. Took over the reins, which is kind of cool because he did it right after somebody else had beat it.
Yeah, a day after somebody else beat it.
And that guy's name was Batora, or Batora. I don't know. Not as cool as Cheese or clever as Cheese, mind you, but yeah, there was an 8-second difference between their two runs. And the Batora guy, or however you pronounce his name, actually took to Twitter to send his congrats over to Cheese. So that was kind of cool.
You know what? Cheese is a better nickname than Celery.
Oh, Celery.
Joe's nickname is Celery.
I don't like celery. I don't think... If dogs won't eat it, we shouldn't eat it. Anyways, moving on from that. Actually, that's about it.
Yeah, that is about it.
Never mind.
I told you guys we had a really short episode this week.
We can't move on from that. Celery. Anyways, that is about it.
Outro.
All right. Well,
why are we doing this? This is terrible.
Who knows? Well, anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the 7th edition of the Death Mountain podcast.
If you did, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, become a part of the Death Mountain notification squad.
Yeah, follow us on all the social media, Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, that website that I'm supposed to get on, but I haven't yet.
7 weeks, no website.
If you look up deathmountainproductions.com, it'll bring you to a website. It'll have some tabs and some fancy stuff.
And it's all empty.
Yeah, that's my fault. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Follow us on all social media. And you stay classy, Spokane. We'll catch you later.